Hey, it's Angel Vane, and this is episode 5 of my author's diary. So this week, my alter ego, aka the one who actually has a day job and actually pays for all the stuff around here, went on a business trip to San Francisco. It was a quick trip and I stayed in a dump of a hotel near the airport. But luckily I had one evening where me and co-workers were able to go into downtown San Francisco and have dinner and see an area of San Francisco. Now, this was not my first time going to San Francisco. I've been there like 3 or 4 times before, so I've seen a lot of the main tourist attractions, so I wasn't feeling like I was missing out on seeing anything like that. There were some areas that I hadn't had a chance to explore yet, and I wanted to try to get a chance to explore those. So, of course, when you're there with co-workers, there's this whole negotiation process that you have to go through to try to figure out, okay, where are you going to go to dinner? What do you want to do? So I actually want to go to Little Italy to kind of explore that area because I remember it being so cute, and I remember not being able to spend a lot of time there. I wanted to go back there, so I was like, hey, you know, I want Italian food, thinking that, okay, we're gonna pick a restaurant in Little Italy and I'll get a chance to see the part of the town that I want to see. You know, that didn't happen. So my co-workers are on the websites trying to find a good restaurant, and they keep popping up all these really good restaurants that are in an area called Mission in San Francisco. And so I've never heard of this Mission area of San Francisco. So we did find an Italian restaurant, so they took me at my word, oh, you want Italian, and not the whole part about I want to go to Little Italy. So I ended up going to this Mission area, which I had never heard of before, and it was pretty amazing. Like, it was a slice of San Francisco that I had never seen before. It had such energy and vibrance to it. So we went to this amazing restaurant called La Conda in the Mission area, and it was phenomenal food. And then afterwards, we decided to walk around a bit and talk about just like brimming with character. Like, I really felt my creative juices really start to turn on. One thing that you'll notice as you read more of my stories is that I love art, and so I tend to bring art and artists into my work. So now I really have no artistic talents whatsoever. I can't paint, I can't draw, I can't sculpt, I can't do any of those things. But I do love art, and one of my favorite things to do when I go on vacation is to go to different art museums and see different art pieces and different art styles. And so this Mission area is known for having a lot of like murals painted along different buildings as you're walking around this whole area. And so we, struck off from our restaurant after dinner to go find this famous street that has all these murals up and down the streets on all of the different buildings and like the different garage doors and stuff. And it's called Balmy Alley. And so we finally found it after hiking for about 2 miles. Didn't expect to walk 2 miles after dinner, but I walked off all those calories. So we get to Balmy Alley, and it's just stunning, right? And so you see this art, and the thing about the art in that area, to me, it's so vibrant. It had very bold, vibrant colors that just really just popped out at you, just really vibrant. And you can see some of the pictures that I took while I was in this area and kind of get a glimpse of like the vibrancy of the art there. And of course, the island that I write about in my book, The Hidden Thread, and in my other book, The Accidental Hero, which will be releasing soon. Those are set on a fictional island called St. Basil. It's part of the fictional Palm Chat Islands chain. And the one thing that I wanted this island to be known for was cultural aspects of the Caribbean. And so it has a major art gallery museum on the island. Artists are prevalent on the island. It's like a haven for artists in St. Basil. And so, of course, as I was in Balmy Alley, I started to get inspired, and I'm like, I got to make a street like this in St. Basil, like where there's just all of this artwork and these murals just painted on all these different buildings. And what I learned from my trip to San Francisco is don't try to dictate where you go, and you might discover something that actually amazes you, which is what happened to me when I was in San Francisco. And that concludes episode 5 of my author's diary. If you want to keep up with me and my stories and all the ups and downs I go through as I try to write and publish new books, click the subscribe button so you won't miss when I'm doing a video, and I will see you next time.